Use all of them though. Can I go in and it's gonna look different if I take something else? Oh my god! Oh shit, so... Osiris would have been Egyptians, right? Yeah. Holy crap. Oh my god. We're traveling back in time. This temple is yeah. What? Okay. What? It's the aliens, guys. It's the aliens. Oh my god. Whoa!
And here you are. Allow me to introduce myself. As you have already gathered, I've been known by many names. Nergal to the Sumerians, Osiris to the Egyptians, Hades to the Greeks, and Pluto to the Romans. But the one constant through it all has been my title, God of the Underworld. And I've been watching you with curiosity, mortal, ever since your arrival. You're unlike the others, aren't you? And what
Yeah,
is
worse.
more, you carry a weapon that was never intended for mortals to wield, and you do it so brazenly. But there will be time for your reckoning later. First, as a reward for undoing the desecration of my obelisk, I will allow you to satisfy your curiosity. Ask what you will.
Oh my god, what's your story? What do you think about the Golden Rule? Oh my god. What is this place?
It has come to be known simply as the Underworld, and it exists because of a wager I made long ago.
What? What wager did you make?
That is a long story, one that began over 3,000 years ago and continues to this day. You see, long ago my kin and I set out from our home on Elysium to search for other forms of life among the stars.
Okay.
We discovered your planet and witnessed your kind evolving from primates into something lawless and barbaric.
That's humans.
You all but destroyed yourselves, your 2 short lives being extinguished by violence and ignorance and disease. Yet Proserpina saw raw potential in you, and persuaded the rest of us it would be squandered without our intervention and stewardship.
Oh god.
So we revealed ourselves to your people in a place called Sumer. We offered guidance in agriculture, toolcraft, and law, and you called us gods. For a time you flourished, but soon you were too many for us to oversee. And as you spread from that cradle of civilization, we saw something disturbing. We had sown the seeds of dependency and confusion, and soon you returned to your old ways of violence and ignorance, this time in our name. My kin had seen enough and gave up on your kind, condemning you as barbaric and chaotic, scarcely more than animals. We began preparations to return to Elysium, our home world, a utopia unspoilt by conflict and unimaginable in its beauty. But my Proserpina could not bear to abandon your kind without guidance, and knowing it would force the rest of us to leave her behind, she made an extraordinary sacrifice.
Oh my god.
She gave up her immortality to descend permanently to the ranks of humankind. And so she began her inescapable trajectory toward death. Horrified, I acted swiftly. I placed her in suspended animation in a deep frozen sleep to prevent age and sickness from claiming her. And then I pleaded with Proserpina's father, who the Romans called Jupiter, to bring her with us to Elysium. It was and is my hope that once there, we might one day learn to undo what she has done to herself. But he refused. I did everything I could to persuade him, but he would not relent. He would rigidly uphold his final pronouncement. Humans were unworthy of ascension to Elysium, and no exceptions would be made. But seeing that I was aggrieved, he proposed a wager, the terms of which were as follows. If even one human city could prove itself capable of living without sin for a single year, then Proserpina and all of humanity would be permitted to join us in Elysium. My part would be to remain behind, the last of my kind, to watch over you without interfering, and to sit in silent judgment. And so my reward has been to languish here, enduring a 3,000-year winter.
Holy crap.
Waiting for the day your kind proves itself worthy of her faith in you. So that I might take her with me to Elysium and unthaw my goddess of springtime. And here I am, after all this time, still waiting.
Yeah, we suck. Holy shit, that's love. Who are your kin?
There were also gods who, like me, have been known by many names, but perhaps you knew them by their Roman names. Our leader, Jupiter, as well as Neptune, Saturn, Juno, Minerva, Mars, Venus, Apollo, Diana, Vulcan, Vesta, Ceres, and of course, my beloved Proserpina.
Who built the city? Who built this city?
As the first wave of your kind arrived from Sumer, I had them build a city in their own fashion, so that they might be comfortable and recreate their lives here. I had them build the entrance as a vertical shaft leading to baths, to cleanse them of the sins of their former lives, and to prevent escape. I watched wave after wave of Sumerians arrive, and as their civilization declined over the centuries, they were replaced by Egyptians.
Yeah.
Of course, believing themselves to be the superior civilization, the Egyptians promptly built over what had been built before, and made all the same mistakes. After another 1,000 years, the Greeks began to arrive, and then the Romans, and they all did the same thing. They built upon the underworlds of their predecessors, renamed their gods, and ensured their foundations were forgotten.
How did you decide who comes here?
To ensure the wager was fair, it was important that my subjects were chosen at random. To this end, I had my servant distribute 1,000 tokens fashioned from silver, a rare element at the time, across all of Sumer. Whoever died while in possession of one of them would be located by my servant and ferried to this place, with no memory of how they arrived.
Oh, God.
As the tokens were discovered, they were traded, smelted, and fashioned into trinkets, and eventually coins, spreading to Egypt like seeds on the wind. Later, when they spread to Greece, they would come to be known as Charon's obol, or as coins for the ferryman. Some placed coins in the mouths of their dead, hoping they would awaken here, though they had no way of knowing which coins were fashioned from the original tokens. In fact, almost all of the tokens are accounted for, only 2 remain. And so after this wave destroys itself, as it is destined to do, your kind will have squandered the last of its potential to ascend beyond this rock, and Proserpina's along with it.
And that's why. And that's okay. So that's what she gets out of it. She. How did humans learn about the underworld?
It is a regrettable story. One of the first men who came to this place was a king of Sumer, and a troublemaker. To be rid of him, I returned him to his people, on the condition that my servant erased his memories of this place. But the erasure did not take completely. and he told stories of this place as if describing memories of a dream.
Right.
His tales were committed to writing, which came to be known as the Epic of Gilgamesh, and his words were twisted and distorted over generations. Later, the Egyptians would adapt Sumer's stories of the underworld, making them wildly intricate and labyrinthine. Their Book of the Dead and Book of Gates bore less and less resemblance to this place in their priests' pursuit of profit. Then, when the Greeks began to arrive, they proved far more cunning, and in a series of incidents that will not be repeated, 5 of them escaped.
Oh.
A warrior named Heracles, 2 kings named Sisyphus and Theseus,
Oh my god.
a poet named Orpheus, and a Trojan named Aeneas. They each told embellished tales of this place, how to get here, and how to escape.
Oh my god.
And so from Sumer to Egypt, Greece to Rome, your kind has always told each other stories about this place, though each story contained only a seed of truth.
Let's talk about something
Of
else.
course.
Of course. What's your story?
My story is many thousands of years long.
Just casually.
You will need to be more specific. What do you wish to know?
Where's the laundry machine? You can't be wearing the same underwear for 3,000 years. You're a god? What do you look and sound like a man?
My kin and I all adopted this form long ago, so that we might better understand and communicate with your kind.
Okay.
In time, we grew fond of the sensory delights it affords. Desire, joy, ecstasy, even rage and sorrow, while an acquired taste can be addictive.
Okay. May I see your true form? Oh. Oh my god. You're a
It
god?
is a matter of perspective. God is a label I was given by you mortals, not one I gave myself.
I bet you're carrying
Your
it.
ancestors revered me because to them, my knowledge and technology made me incomprehensibly powerful, just as you might seem so to an insect. But despite all that, there are rules even I must obey.
Bathroom break. May I see your true
No.
form?
Long ago, I swore to Persephone that I would remain in this form for as long as we remained among your kind. I must honor that.
It doesn't seem so bad. Who's the woman on your left?
This is my beloved. Like me, she has been known by many names. Ereshkigal to the Sumerians, Isis to the Egyptians, Persephone to the Greeks, and Proserpina to the Romans. Or perhaps you might know her as the goddess of springtime, the cycle of life and renewal. Your gaze lingers too long.
Okay. Who's that on your right?
That is my servant. You would have met by the river, though she wears many
Oh.
faces and goes by many names. Kumutubal to the Sumerians, Kirti to the Egyptians,
Looks like she's dancing.
Charon to the Greeks, and Charon to the Romans. Her role is to ferry souls between the mortal world and this one, and to make their transition as seamless as possible. For that, she earned herself the infamous, if erroneous, moniker, the Ferryman. You will talk more later. For now, ask your questions.
What? You will talk more. Let's talk about something else.
As you wish.
What, can I talk with the ferryman? Are you responsible for the golden rule?
That is merely the name your people have given to it.
Sure.
But yes, it is my doing.
Okay. Why turn people into gold?
That is a story dating back to the very first wave. After the Sumerians finished building their city, the self-declared ruler threw a banquet to celebrate.
Okay.
Now this man was unmarried, and many women were vying to become his wife, a prestigious position of power and influence in a new world. Of all the women, 2 were particularly ambitious. Both were beautiful, and both arrived at the banquet wearing eye-catching dresses and painted faces, their hair woven in elaborate fashion. The first woman, recognizing that she would require an advantage to win the ruler's affection, draped herself in jewelry, ornate necklaces, bracelets, and rings fashioned from gold. Seeing this ostentatious display, the second woman grew envious, for she had no such jewelry at her disposal. She prayed aloud to any gods that would listen to cover her in gold.
Oh, God.
And when her prayer went unanswered, she took matters into her own hands. While the others indulged at the banquet, the second woman summoned the first for a discussion in a quiet place.
Oops.
She checked that nobody was watching and pushed her rival from the top of the ziggurat, where she broke her neck on the rocks below.
Oh, God.
But I was watching, and I decided to answer her prayer. I took the golden bow left behind by Diana, and I shot that woman in the heart, covering her from head to toe in a layer of molten gold. And I left her to stand there, that she might serve as a grim reminder of what befalls those who sin in my domain. But that was not enough, for the entire city was tainted by her sin, and the wager could no longer be won. So I had no choice but to wipe the slate clean. I gilded them all to make way for a new wave, and began the wager again. And to this day, each of them, and all who came after, line the halls of this city, inanimate but conscious, suspended in time with only their sight and hearing preserved, so they may bear witness to and lament the folly of your kind for eternity, the silent golden sentinels.
Damn, you know, to be fair, if she would have brought a home-baked bread, she would have won his heart easily, you know? Some ham, bread, like some nice good cheese, wine, you know? That's better than jewelry. That's how you win the dudes. So you're responsible for destroying all these lives.
I give your kind a second chance at life,
Yeah.
as well as ample warning about my law.
Yep.
And when you disobey, and you always disobey, you force my hand, bringing terrible suffering upon yourselves.
Okay.
And so you ask if I am the one destroying your lives. And I say, no.
I agree.
You destroy yourselves.
Yep.
I am merely the means by which you do it.
Okay, yep. Where did these golden bows come from?
When my kin departed, they left behind many relics which I inherited. A consolation prize of sorts. The golden bow originally belonged to one of my kin, who the Romans called Diana. As my collection of golden statues grew, I chose the most ferocious among them, and equipped them each with a duplicate of her bow, and tasked them with hunting down the Forsaken at my behest. They became known simply as Furies.
Okay. What do you consider a sin?
I've always considered that the cornerstone of morality is the ability to determine right from wrong on one's own. No attempt to lay out rules like your Code of Hammurabi or your 12 Tables of the Roman Republic can ever cover all possible scenarios. This should come as no surprise to you, since the core principle has been expressed in many forms by many of your civilizations. The Egyptians made a rudimentary attempt with do to the doer to make him do. The Greeks refined it with avoid doing what you would blame others for doing. The Roman Stoics added, treat your inferior as you would wish your superior to treat you. Even the so-called cultists hiding among you often say, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. It is the simplest of concepts, and each one of you is born with the faculties required to apply it to any situation. Yet none of the peoples who expressed this rule were able to uphold it. Curious, is it not?
Yeah. That principle is not easy to apply as it sounds. It doesn't seem like you've been upholding it either. I've always lived my life that way. No, nobody has. Come on.
Enough. You clearly know nothing.
How do you know when people sin?
I'm able to commune with all of the statues in the city. Their ears are my ears, and their eyes are my eyes.
Oh, why can't I choose this? I don't want to choose this. Is PP connected to the statue in the same way?
If she was still conscious, I suppose she could, but she's not. Why do you ask?
No reason.
Then what an odd question.
Why does she not want that though? So she's trapping us in this loop, right? But he's not aware of the loop either. I mean, he can't be the way he's commenting, right? So that's why that's her thing, right? She wants the last to repeat, to try to I don't know. I see some terrible things here that you didn't consider a sin. How could you let them happen?
Do you plan to speak in sweeping generalizations? Or are you going to give me an example?
Suicides, price gouging for life-saving medicine, a scam, death bondage, experiments on golden statues, abductions, never mind.
Ah, yes. The debt bondsman. Taking one's own life is a self-directed act. It is not one that is done to others, however they may be affected by it. Therefore, it cannot be said that one who commits suicide has done anything unto others.
Yep. That seems like an extremely literal interpretation of the rule. No, I agree.
Now tell me, what
Just
other sins
bad,
do
I
you
guess,
believe
but-
I have overlooked?
Price gouging for life-saving medicine.
The merchant. How is that inconsistent with the rule I've outlined?
He wouldn't want someone else to demand an outrageous price for medicine he needed if he was dying.
I disagree. Having watched this merchant, that is precisely what he would expect from others.
Ha,
and he would
okay.
be quite capable of paying the price anyway.
You can't know what he would expect, you're just speculating.
Applying this rule always requires speculation to some degree.
Sure.
It requires us to ask what another person would want if they found themselves in another situation.
Doesn't that make it inherently subjective and unreliable?
Not if we're wise enough to know the mind of man.
And you think you know the minds of other people?
Supposing you're right, then my law has been broken, and I should turn you all to gold immediately. Is that what you want?
No, of course not. I'm right, and you know. Never mind.
Now tell me, what other sins do you believe I have overlooked?
A scam.
Ah, the tavern keeper, yes? How is that inconsistent with the rule?
She would want someone else to sell her hemlock if she thought she was buying a means of escape.
I disagree. Having watched that tavern keeper, that is precisely what she would expect from others. She would view it as a game, one she intends to win. Now
Alright.
tell me, what...
Debt
You
bondage.
speak of the moneylender. How is that inconsistent with the rule?
He would want to be trapped in a 30-year labor contract because of a loan.
And he would never have signed a contract pledging his labor for 30 years. All he did was enforce the terms of a contract signed voluntarily by others.
The whole concept of debt bondage, like slavery, is unethical. It's illegal under intentional law where I'm from.
Ignoring your
International law.
irritating sense of moral superiority. This is interesting. I'm curious, how do people escape poverty where you're from?
It's customary to take out a loan to buy a house and in some places to pay for an education.
I see. And how long might it take such a person to repay their debt?
It depends, typically decades, sometimes their entire life.
I fail to see how your system of loans is significantly different to a debt bondsman signing over his labor for 30 years.
Fair
Now
enough.
tell me,
Experiments on golden
the
statues.
midwife in the palace, yes. How is that inconsistent with the rule?
She wouldn't want to be experimented upon if she was gilded.
The rule is do unto others, meaning other people. Those statues are something else now. Bloodless shadows, mere shapes of their former selves. They are forsaken. What happens to them is no concern of mine.
Sure, okay. I see.
Now tell me, what others...
Abduction.
Abduction? You mean the magistrate imprisoning his daughter in the cistern, I take it?
Yes.
He did so because she sought to escape. A sin I take particularly seriously. Better that he stops her from escaping, albeit brutishly, than I have to wipe out this entire city to punish her. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh my god.
Now tell me,
It's no wonder people say the gods are cruel. This just shows how unreliable and subjective your moral code is. You're no better at judging right from wrong than any human.
do you honestly think you could do better?
Yes. No, but that's my point. Nobody's grasp of right and wrong is so perfect that they can be trusted with all the power. You've become a tyrant.
I should strike you down for that.
Oh god. And if you did, you'd be proving my point. Enough talk, I'm going to end this, draw golden bow. Enough talk, I'm going to end this, draw the wooden bow. Okay, and if you did, you'd be proving my point.
Now, did you have any other questions before your reckoning?
Let's talk about something else.
Very well.
Oh my god, that's all the questions I
Good.
had.
Then now it is time for your reckoning. Only, it seems, something is wrong. It has long been within my power to see into the hearts of mortals and weigh their deeds in life. But when I peer into you, I see only a blank slate, as if you did not exist until you appeared in this city. How is this possible? Charon, where did you find this one?
I do not remember ferrying you.
What?
How did you come here?
Oh. Ooh. Hold on. Okay, that gave me chills. First off, we don't know anything about our previous life, actually. That was never brought up anywhere. I'm from the future. Maybe you're getting forgetful in your old age.
You would have us believe that my servant merely forgot bringing you here.
Yes, I misspoke. I arrive here in about 2,000 years.
If that is true, then I sense the intervention of someone powerful.
Oops.
How did you come to be in this time, mortal? Who brought you here?
He cannot know.
Oh god, that was really close. Ugh. I was hoping you could tell me. I came here on my own. That was right in my ear. That was really creepy. I was hoping you could tell me.
I do not know. My kin departed long ago, and Proserpine has slumbered for 3,000 years.
Shouldn't you know this as the god of the underworld? I guess that means you don't know everything that goes on here.
Tread lightly.
Shouldn't you know as the god of the underworld? Yeah.
Enough of this. It seems I will need to put your reckoning on hold for now. But answer
Oh
this.
god.
Why have you come here? What is it you seek?
I'd like you to put an end to the golden rule. I just want to get out of here. I'm here to kill you! Draw the golden bow. I'm here to kill you! Draw the wooden bow. Never mind. I'll be going now. Put an end to the golden rule.
Your hubris is amusing, so I will allow you to make your case. But I warn you, if you anger me or waste my time with lies or wrong-headed arguments, you face death here.
Great.
So, tell me, why should I put an end to the so-called golden rule?
If you're doing this for love, you should know that PP doesn't love you. Goddamn. But holy shit. How can you expect us to live without sin if you can't do it yourself? The golden rule is corrupting this city and ensuring you'll never win the wager.
How so? And be specific. You have made a grave allegation, and I expect you to back it up.
Oh god. Oh god. Alright. Theseus is price gouging for life-saving medicine because he knows nobody can take it by force. Rufus has become so paranoid that he's jumping at shadows like Virgil's sexuality. Aurelia is exploiting people's desperation to escape by selling them hemlock. Malleolus has trapped people in debt bondage by convicting them that rebelling would break your law. If I take one of these examples, do I fail?
His cruelty does seem to grow greater by the day.
Oh, okay.
He is a volatile and confused fellow, that one.
Price gouging.
True. I have witnessed him doing that.
Aurelius exploiting.
I admit, I have grown disturbed watching them. If you're right, my involvement has corrupted the very thing I sought to observe impartially. But if I were to accept that, are you telling me these humans could coexist peacefully, without theft or violence, without my law?
No, but humans... right, I can choose yes, but no, but humans need to be able to use force in exceptional circumstances to correct their socks. Yep.
How so?
We use violence to discourage bad behavior, to neutralize criminals and overthrow tyrants.
And how is that working for you?
Great. Where I'm from, 2,000 years in the future is working pretty well. On average, life expectancies are climbing and crime rates are declining.
So you say, and yet your world is still imperfect.
It's getting better all the time. One day we'll get there. Our world will always be imperfect, but the kind of force required to create a utopia will inevitably result in tyranny.
You have spoken eloquently.
Ah, yes.
And yet, if what you say is true, it follows that my wager was fatally flawed from the beginning.
Yep.
But that would mean Jupiter, Proserpina's father, who knew more about you than anyone, proposed a wager I could never win. Why would he do that?
Oh, God. Perhaps he made a mistake too. Perhaps he wanted you to abandon the wager so PP could be free from you. Perhaps he felt threatened by you and didn't want a potential challenger in Elysium. Perhaps he left you behind because even your kin didn't want you. No, I think that's to let people be free from you.
Perhaps. But if that was so, surely I would have sensed his deception. How could I have been so blind for so long?
You're no better than us. You're a monster on a power trip. Perhaps when you took on human form, you took on some human... what? Foibles as well. Perhaps you're blinded by your love for PP. It's very human.
Your words sting me, mortal. But perhaps it is what I deserve. As difficult as this is to admit, I have suspected as much for a long time now.
Oh.
And I cannot deny it any longer. I've been so fixated on taking my beloved to Elysium that every time one of you sinned, it wore away my hope of being with her again. In time, I began to despise your kind for making her believe that you could ever be better than you are. But my rage was not born of malice. Quite the opposite. Everything I have done, I did because I loved her. Who knew this empathy of yours, which you celebrate so much, could have such a dark underside? This has gone on too long. It is time for me to let go of this form, of her, of all of you. But know this. If I abandon the wager and leave for Elysium, neither she nor your kind may ever ascend.
If I abandon the wager and leave for Elysium, neither she or your kind may ever ascend. Okay. We just want to return to the worlds. Why can't we go to Elysium? No.
Very well. I will have Charon make arrangements to ferry the others. But as for you, be aware you will be separated from the rest.
Okay. That's not what I want. Why?
Once this exodus begins, the events that brought you to this moment will never have taken place, and you will have created a paradox. What will become of you is difficult to predict, But that is the risk you have taken by interfering in the natural flow of time.
Okay.
Now, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Farewell, mortal.
Bye. Have a wonderful time. Oh my god. Whoa. Hello.
Oh,
Hi.
hi there. Gave me a bit of a fright. Thought I was in here alone. I'm Al.
Al Worth, I came here to find you.
Well, here I am. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
Okay, Allie. I was hoping you'd know who I am. That's what I'm saying. Like, I was surprised at this option the first time, but we really don't know who we are.
Know who you are? I barely remember how I got here myself. Oh, did that lady in the forest send you in here after me? I guess I lost track of time, learning about the history of this place, and it is extraordinary. I'm fairly certain you and I are the first people to set foot in this city for about 2,000 years. Fortunately for us, the last person in here was a Roman man named Galerius, who inscribed an account into a tablet. Apparently, there was a community of 20-something people trapped in here, and living in fear of a curse they called the Golden Rule. They believed that if even one person sinned, an unknown god would cast them all into gold, like the 1,000 people who'd lived here before them. Then, one day, just as Galerius had finished praying for a good harvest at the shrine of Proserpina, an oracle appeared, said barely a word, and entered the temple of the mysterious god, this one here, and demanded an audience. And the doors just opened up to her. Nobody knows what went on in there, but Galerius wrote the oracle must have been more persuasive than Odysseus, because the next thing he knew, the ground shook, and the voice of that god rang out over the city. The many have suffered long enough.
Oh my gosh.
Unfortunately, Galerius' account just sort of stops after that, leaving a lot of questions unanswered. What became of him, and the other people who lived here? What happened to all the golden statues? And did this mysterious oracle single-handedly undo the curse that had terrorized people for hundreds of years?
Actually, that was me. Sounds a bit far-fetched. These Romans are crazy. That was me.
What? Oh, I see. For a moment there, I thought you were serious. Anyway, I think I found a way out through the aqueduct that brought water into the city. Follow me.
I'm right behind you. Oh, huh. We're here. Looking up the door.
I'm gonna pause here for a moment and make sure nobody else has ever lured into this temple.
Alright.
You go on ahead, and I'll be there.
Okay. That's really cool. Okay, that was different. Karen? Karen?
You're back! But you're alone. Does that mean you didn't find Al?
I found him. He'll be here in a moment.
Oh, what a relief. Thank you so much. I was beginning to think you'd both become trapped in there. Why don't you tell me what you discovered? While we wait.
Why is you always sound so concerned? Like, I discovered you're not who you said you were. I remember meeting you 2,000 years ago. Oh my gosh, I discovered the ruins of an ancient... No, 2,000 years ago.
I see.
Ah!
I thought you might. Well, now you know. I suppose you have questions.
I do. Could you put on some glasses? Who are you really?
You can just call me Charon, if you like.
Oh my god.
I am sorry I was not completely honest with you when we first met. I do not enjoy deceiving people.
Sure.
Believe me, I do not. But I have learned, from 5,000 years of experience,
Goddamn.
that most people find comfort in familiarity, in gradual change, and coming to see the truth in their own time.
What truth is that?
That you died, of course.
Yep.
You were dead when I brought you here. My role, as the servant of the god of the underworld, has always been to assist the chosen to cross the threshold from the land of the living to the land of the dead.
Endless commute, huh? How did I die?
Usually, when people do not remember how they died, it is because they suffered a terrible trauma.
Oh my god.
Most souls would rather not remember.
Mm.
Ask yourself honestly, do you really want to know?
Yes.
As you wish. You were murdered.
Oh my god.
You were exploring an old tomb when you discovered a cache of forgotten relics, including 2 silver coins of
Oh my god,
ancient
Al?
origin. Unfortunately, as you emerged into daylight, you were set upon by 2 thieves. A nearby hiker saw the scuffle break out and leapt to your aid,
Oh, okay.
trying to help you recover your bounty. You both fought bravely, but your assailants were armed, and you were not. There was nothing you or your ally could have done. He died instantly at the scene,
Oh my god.
and you followed a few hours later. That man's name
Oh.
was Al Worth. You were each in possession of a sacred coin, called Karen's Opal by some. And so it was my duty to bring you here.
That explains it. Pluto said that the coins Al and I had were the last in existence. What does that mean for you?
It means I am now bereft of purpose. There is nobody else to ferry here. Nobody to keep you company. After 5,000 years, the underworld has finally run its course.
So she was just chilling for 2,000 years waiting for someone else to come along? Cool. What's so special about these coins?
Perhaps you have heard the tales of the Greeks and Romans burying their dead with a coin in their mouths to pay the ferryman for passage across the river.
Yep.
Well, those stories contained a seed of truth, but not any coin would do. A long time ago, my master created 1,000 silver coins and had me distribute them across the world. My orders were simple. Whenever a person died in possession of a coin, I was to locate them and ferry them here.
Yes, Bruce mentioned that my coin was the last in existence. What does that mean for you?
It means there is nobody else.
Can you return us to the land of the living?
I see no point in keeping you here. But I have to ask one thing. That you keep this to yourself.
Look! Here comes Al now. Al! It's so good to see you. You were gone so long I thought I'd never see you again.
Kinda lost track of time in there. You wouldn't believe what we found. The ruins of a long-forgotten city. And there was a tablet describing an oracle who confronted a god and undid an ancient curse.
Sounds like quite a story. And I look forward to hearing all about it. But you two look exhausted. Why don't you hop in my boat and rest while I ferry you back to civilization?
Sounds
Cool.
good to me.
And you? Are you ready to go home?
Alright, Karen, ferry us home. My god, okay. So that must have been ending number 3, right? Oh. Oh, 1 year later? You're not golden. You're not golden either. Damn.
Hey, you made it. It's great to see you again. I read your book, and what the critics said about it. I guess they weren't ready for your theories about the underworld. Anyway,
But
after
we
everything
promised not
you've
to say
been
anything.
through, I thought you might appreciate some good news. So after we got back to the real world, I started doing some research into the people mentioned in Galerius's tablet, and I found something strange. I'm sorry I've been so cryptic. I've been dying to tell you. I just really wanted you to see this for yourself. Why don't you head on down there? I'll catch up with you at the other end.
Cool.
Remember me?
Wait, what? What are you doing
It's
here?
a crazy story. After you disappeared, Karen appeared and told us she was returning us to the world.
What?
Even gave us some coins to help us start our lives over. Only, for some reason, she returned us to your world instead of ours. Anyway, I know we only ever had that one conversation, and I wasn't even sure if you'd remember me, but I wanted to say thanks for freeing us from the underworld and giving us a second chance.
I just told you
at
to
life.
piss off because I was in a hurry. What are you doing with yourself these days?
Oh, I used Karen's gift to buy a farm in Umbria. Got a villa on
Oh.
it too, with enough room for Dooley, of course.
Yay!
It's hard work, but I sleep soundly every night. I'm finally my own man, and I wouldn't change it for the world.
You're with Equitia now.
I know. I can't believe my luck either. But we're engaged and living together. We're planning to get married next spring. If you're going to be around, we'd love to see you there.
Yeah, for sure. I'd love that. It was good seeing
Of
you
course,
again.
there's a whole museum full of people waiting for a chance to thank you, so you better keep moving. We'll speak again soon, my friend.
Oh, hello.
Hello, Dilly.
You're here. It's lovely to finally meet you. Galerius told me all about you.
Good to see you too.
You're the hero who somehow vanquished the last of the Roman gods. As I'm a priestess, you realize you've put me out of work. I'm just teasing. Actually, and it still feels a little sacrilegious to say this, I'm finding life after religion quite enjoyable.
No wonder. What are you doing with yourself these days?
Galerius and I are engaged and expecting.
Oh my
We've
gosh!
just bought a lovely villa in the countryside with room for a large family. And Dooley too, of course.
Of course.
It feels like the world has just opened up for us. There's so much to learn and so many more possibilities for our children than we ever imagined.
Oh.
We're just so thankful for what you did for us. For all of us.
I'm really glad they didn't encounter any sort of, you know, passport issues or, you know, you could just buy property. Cool. How's Livia?
Oh, it's sweet of you to ask. She recovered nicely. In fact, she's here somewhere, if you'd like to ask her yourself.
Yes, I'll do that. It was good to see you again.
See you at the wedding, I hope.
Yes. Oh my god, look at that outfit. That's so cute. Except, you know, very unbecoming of a priestess. Okay.
There she is!
Alright.
Hello. I'm Dooley.
Hi, Dooley. I remember who you are, Dooley.
Galerius said you're very nice and a big helper.
No.
Thank you for getting us out of the bad place. I didn't like it.
Yeah. What are you doing with yourself these days?
I live at Galerius and Equitia's house.
Hmm.
They look after me now and help me remember when I forget things,
No,
like brushing my teeth.
that's good. I'm sorry you never found your treasure.
Treasure? Oh, I forgot about that. I like my box now. Galerius got me a box that tells stories.
Oh.
It's my favourite thing.
I'm glad you're happy. Storyboxes are great, aren't they?
Yeah, they're fun.
It's good seeing you
Bye-bye.
again, Dooley. Bye bye, Dooley.
It's you.
It is me. Oh, hi.
You are here. It's nice to finally meet you.
Finally. Hey,
Lucy
Lucretia.
is fine. I'm making an effort to blend in, as you can see.
Ah.
We are all trying to keep a low profile.
Yeah,
If the world knew we died 2,000 years ago and were suddenly brought back to life 12 months ago, they'd never leave us alone. Speaking
enough.
of which, I wanted to say thank you in person. I'd say the gods smile on you, but I hear you drove the last of them off. So,
What are you doing with
I'm
yourself?
studying to get into medical school.
Yay!
As much as I resented the responsibility of keeping everyone in the city alive, when it ended, I realized I missed it. So I guess I'll just keep saving the world, if begrudgingly, one patient at a time.
Where's Julia?
Oh, she didn't make it.
Oh, damn it.
She died from poison while you were in the Great Temple.
Ah, should have done
It
that.
was
Damn
very
it.
sad. She was a good woman and a friend.
I'm sorry to hear
It wasn't
that.
your fault. Decius is to blame. He's here somewhere too. Not that anyone would talk to him. I'm not even sure how he got invited.
Hmm.
You too. Don't be a stranger.
Interesting. So I could redo the ending just to get them all here, right?
Hey,
Hey.
Hi there, I'm Horatius.
Hi.
I understand we have you to thank for giving us a second chance at life, and reuniting Scintilla with us as well. So, thank you.
Oh, welcome. We're doing this every 2 days. I'm sorry you never got to see your girl again.
Ah, you remembered that. Thank you. I grieved for a time, but that's done. In the words of Epictetus, as those who rode behind triumphant generals remind them they are mortal, remind yourself your precious one isn't one of your possessions, but something given for now, not forever.
Well said.
Thanks. Oh, and I don't know if you've heard, but a few of us are going for drinks later. It'd be nice to, chat with you some more.
Oh, sounds great.
Great.
I'll be there. What are you doing
I'm
with
living
yourself?
up north and studying in the military academy in Modena. I'm going to be an officer one day. The world's changed a lot, but some things stay the same. Would you believe we're still studying military tactics from my time? Alexander the Great, Caesar, Hannibal Barca. Still, I have to keep challenging myself to let go of old ways of thinking and embrace the new. As Seneca wrote, the ones who pioneered our paths aren't our masters, but our guides.
What happened to your buddy Demetrius?
He's not my... I see what you did there. Good one. He had more trouble adapting than most. He got himself disqualified from the UFC. So he started some kind of underground blood sport tournament, like we had in Rome. Suppose it appealed to people's baser instincts. And they say he made some good coin, killing a bunch of men like that.
God.
But his luck finally ran out. And his life along with it. You know what they say. Live by the sword, die by the sword.
That's a shame.
Perhaps.
It's good to see you.
See you at drinks later, I hope.
Yes, yes. Hi. Oh my god, that dress is so
I
cute.
take it you're the Oracle. Thanks for coming.
Good to see you again, Cynthia.
Actually, I changed my name to Cynthia. I didn't want to be associated with Sentius after what happened.
Hell yeah.
I'm not sure if you heard, but after you drove Pluto off, Proserpina emerged from the Great Temple. She knew right away what none of us had figured out about that psychopath. He'd been keeping my little sister locked up in the upper cistern all that time. But he's been dealt with. He's... you know what? The important thing is, we'll never see him again.
My goodness. What happened?
He's still there, all alone.
Ooh.
The last golden statue in the underworld.
Wow.
Trapped in a metal shell, slowly losing his mind until the end of time.
Holy crap.
Eternal torment. Just what he deserves, if you ask me.
Damn. Good. This is a bit excessive, don't you think?
Meh. I try not to think about him at all.
Good. What are you doing with
Anything
yourself?
I want. I'm a woman of means
Hell
in a
yeah.
vast new world.
Hell yeah.
I can go wherever and do whatever I please.
Queen.
Of course, I mostly just stay in my villa and have my servant Alexa summon things for me, because it's just awful out there. Barbarians everywhere.
That's awesome.
You
Okay.
too. See you around.
Oh my god, she didn't change at all. Alright. Can we talk to you? Hey! Georgius.
Greetings. You must be the legendary Oracle. It is a sincere privilege to finally make your acquaintance. I am Georgius.
Good to see you, Georgius.
I am told we have you to thank for freeing us from Hades, and for that, I am most grateful.
I love that outfit, by the way. What happened to Fabia?
Ah,
Oh,
the poor sweet
no.
thing perished in a shrine collapse before the rest of us were saved. It is the one regret I have in all this.
I'm sorry to hear that. So I could have saved them before going into the temple. That's interesting. What are you doing with yourself
I am
these days?
reacquainting myself with Greece. It has changed so much over the last 2,000 years, I barely recognize it.
Yeah.
This is at once heartbreaking and thrilling.
Oh.
Perhaps one day, once I have seen all of this new Greece and sampled her delights, I will settle down in Santorini in a villa overlooking the Azure Aegean Sea. I hope you will join me there and regale me with the story of how you faced off against the fearsome god of the underworld and won.
Hell yeah! Consider me there. Good to see
You too, my friend.
Alright, very cool. Hi.
I take it you're the oracle everybody's talking about. It's a pleasure to finally meet you.
Hey, yeah, we've met before, though I wouldn't expect you to remember it.
We have? I'm sorry, I don't remember. In any case, I'm Philip. I never thought I'd leave that cave, let alone the city. And now I'm living in the 21st century. What a time to be alive.
Yeah, we have more than fish
and
now.
it seems I have your catabasis to thank for it.
What are you doing with your dissertation?
I'm working as a consultant to the Faculty of Classics at Cambridge University, helping fill the odd gap in their knowledge. Not that I need the money, but I do love being around enlightened minds again.
Yeah. It was good to see you.
My sincere thanks once again.
What?
Some soiree, innit? Hello at last. You must be the oracle I've heard so much about. I'm Dacius.
Oh god, hi
Listen,
Dacius.
I wanted to express my sincere appreciation for what you did. If it wasn't for you, I'd never been able to sell all those useless old relics I accumulated. Whatever you did in that temple made me a very wealthy man. Thank you.
You're welcome. No need to thank me, it was entirely unintended.
Such a acerbic wit. I love it.
What are you doing with yourself?
I took the money I made from selling my trinkets and started investing in the stock market.
Oh?
That's where the real money is now. In fact, I was hoping to ask your advice.
Oh no.
You being the oracle and future seer and all that, on which stocks I should invest in next. I can't decide between fossil fuels, tobacco, gambling and arms. What would you recommend?
Oh god. Can't really see the future, I'm afraid. I wouldn't help you even if I could.
Oh, don't be like that. You can tell your old pal Dacius.
No.
I won't take no for an answer.
DVD rentals have a bright future. Okay, broadcast television is going to be the next big thing. Print media is going to have a huge comeback. Oh my god, this is horrible. I don't want to tell him anything.
Oh, of course, yeah. I was just thinking the same thing. I'll go home and buy up as much stock as I can tonight. I'm going to make a bloody fortune.
Oh, this is horrible. I'll be going
of course,
now.
don't let me keep you. Thanks again for the tips, my friend.
I don't like that. Can we take it back? I don't want it.
Good evening.
Oh my god, this outfit.
You're here.
Hi.
It's so lovely to see you again.
Nice to see you too,
I'm
Octavia.
thankful that you're here. I was sure the person who drove off the last pagan god would have more important things to do than visit the likes of us. But
No.
thank you for coming and for saving our lives. What you did was extraordinary, and I'll never forget it.
What are you doing with
I'm
yourself
living in
these
Rome
days?
again, in a charming little flat by the Tiber.
Oh.
Not far from my old place.
Oh.
Oh, and I'm training to be a crisis counsellor.
Oh.
After we lost Ulpius, I spent a lot of time reflecting on what I could have done differently. I couldn't shake the feeling that if I'd just found the right words, he'd still be with us today.
Oh, you can't blame yourself like that.
I decided to devote the rest of my life to helping others like him.
It wasn't your fault.
So I'm told, and I know that rationally. Maybe someday I'll believe it too.
Good to see you
And
again.
you.
Alright. Hi.
Greetings.
Good to see you,
Thank
looking
you
well.
for your kind words and for liberating us all. In all the time I was in the underworld, I never once imagined that I might end up in a place so much like Elysium.
Read any good poems lately?
Ah, you remember that. I'm a little tired of Ovid, but that's all right. I have 2,000 years worth of poetry to catch up on now.
Great.
I'm already up to the 19th century and am quite enjoying the work of a fellow named Poe.
Hell yeah.
I think I may have found a kindred spirit. Men have called me mad, but the question is not yet settled whether madness is or is not the loftiest intelligence.
I mean, Yeah, sure. Self-delusion and all that. Yeah. What are you doing yourself these days?
Recovering. Octavia was kind enough to let me stay with her for a while. At least until I'm well enough to be independent again. She still talks fondly of you.
Okay, that's good.
And you. Farewell, friend.
So I could have saved them all through this ending, really? Hey! Love the jacket.
It is an honor to finally meet you, Oracle.
Thanks, Kabesh.
You know my name?
Yeah.
Oh, of course. You are an oracle. You know many things. I too would like to offer my thanks for releasing us from that place and for your role in bringing us here. This world is truly wondrous.
What do you do with yourself these days?
For a time, I returned to Alexandria,
Yeah.
but they have no need of another fisherman. And I came to see there is nothing for me there. Instead, I have decided to follow the custom of your youths and backpack the world.
Hell yeah.
It is a great adventure, and I have met many people from many cultures.
Oh, that's
I
great.
spent the first 25 years of my life avoiding the 42 sins that would deny me access to the afterlife. Now, I think it is time I had some fun.
Sounds like you've earned it.
Indeed.
It's good seeing
Thank you, Oracle.
You're welcome. Hi.
It's so nice to finally meet you. I've heard so much about you.
Good to see you, Virgil.
I wanted to thank you personally for getting us out of there.
What are you doing with yourself these days?
I'm studying to be an architect again.
Yay.
And living in a beautiful flat in Rotterdam, just down the river from Nijmegen, where I grew up. Of course, it's improved immensely since I was there last. Gleaming futuristic buildings and clean streets full of educated, accepting people. You natives of the 21st century have no idea how fortunate you are.
Yep. It's good to see you again.
You too. If you're ever in the Netherlands, I'd be happy to show you around. It's the least I could do.
That sounds good. I may take you up on that. Can I have your number, though, so I know where to go?
Hello there.
Hey! Hey, Cynthia.
Oh, I go by Gabriella now.
Oh.
I didn't want to be reminded of that monster every time I heard my own name.
Sure, yeah.
After you drove Pluto off, Proserpina came and released me, and that monster got what was coming to him.
I'm sorry, I had no idea. Sounds like you got what you deserved.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing with yourself these days?
I'm living by myself on a little vineyard in Umbria. It's something Ulpius and I used to talk about doing when we got out.
Oh, no.
And I thought that's what he would have wanted. But it's been hard. I don't know what I'm doing.
No.
And it's just not the same without him. Mostly, it just reminds me he's gone.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh, it's hardly your fault. I'll be alright. In time.
Good to you again,
Thanks.
Gabriella.
You too.
Damn, I need to replay this ending again to save them all. That's all I have to say about that. Al, did you teleport? Don't move your head. Whoa, whoa! Hello. Running in a museum? I know. No, don't do that. Whoa. Christians. All must walk this path to where the laws of day help the virtuous to paradise in this city beneath the earth. The ravenous hunger of the avaricious is sated at the banks of the stream, but in vain, for none from here may return. Okay. The Dice Tower. Okay. I'm allowed to do this because I'm special.
There you are. I hope you enjoyed that.
Yep.
Now, there's one more person I wanted to introduce you to. I think you know her.
Oh my gosh, she gets to live.
Sorry if I frightened you.
That's
Just a
scary.
little joke I've been saving for a long, long time.
I imagine. I recognize that voice.
Allow me to introduce myself properly. I am Proserpina.
Hey!
Former goddess of the cycle of life and renewal. And now, a regular mortal. I wanted to meet you in person. And thank you for freeing all these people. And me. I hate to think what would have happened to us without your intervention.
You were whispering to me all along? You created the time loop? What became of Pluto? What became of Sharon? It was nice meeting you. You were whispering to me all along?
Indeed. Suffice it to say that while Pluto was controlling the eyes and ears of each golden statue, I was able to control their tongues and whisper to you when he was distracted. I am sorry my messages were so cryptic. There were only ever brief windows in which I could speak to you without being detected.
You did what you could, thank you. You created the time loop?
I did. I may have given up my immortality, but I still retain my gifts as the goddess of the cycle of life and renewal. After witnessing Pluto punish countless poor souls over thousands of years, I knew this generation, the final wave, would not survive. So I tried to give them a way to buy more time. A second chance. Rather, as many second chances as they needed to avoid his wrath.
What became of Pluto?
I don't know what happened to him. I haven't heard from him, and I rather hope it stays that way.
What became of Charon?
Oh, she inherited dominion over the underworld.
Oh.
Last time we spoke, she was working on a new world of some kind. She wouldn't say what it was, but I'd be surprised if you don't run into her again. I imagine we all will, one day.
Huh. I should meet you.
And you, although it feels like I've known you forever. Oh, and one last thing. Do you remember all those golden statues scattered throughout the city?
Oh my god. Yeah?
Good, because they remember you. Well done, my friend. Of all the heroes who ever journeyed to the underworld and returned, none came close to achieving what you did. Hercules, Orpheus, Theseus, and Aeneas would be proud.
Wow. What? Wow. I thought that would be the... So, hold on. I thought one of the endings would be... Now, let's see here. We hope you enjoyed the Forgotten City. We'd love to make even better games in the future, and you can help out by recommending the Forgotten City to a friend or write a review. The more people play our game, the more we can level up. And if you'd like to be the first to know when we announce our next project, please connect with us here. Man, hold on. We didn't get all of the endings yet, right? We didn't save everybody. So, hold on. So, saving everybody, we can go that path? I thought we were gonna go through the cistern and escape through the water passage. But that obviously wouldn't rescue PP. I don't know. Now, so I really thought that we would get the key, like in Dooley's prison.
Hello. Bye bye.
Right? The plaque we already have, but I guess he's holding the key.
Yulia? Oh no.
Oh. Okay, so tell Malleolus, you know his real name is Quintius thanks to Claudia, and that Nero sends his regards. Tell him to withdraw from the election and release his death bondsman.
What? Are you... You're serious, aren't you? I doubt Domitius will let me talk to him, but I'll make sure he passes on the message. Alright, let me see. Stop Fabia going in, For a bird? I'll go, but once I'm done, I'll need you to tell me how you...
The 49 Bellet, just as the ocean, but it...
I figured out.
Say
I know
it.
where you are. The underworld. Yes, you were.
I had-
Yes, absolutely. I don't want to hear it. No,
I
bye.
know it-
Okay. But now, so, alright, you're doing all of that, and you're helping all of those people, and everybody's surviving and being happy, but how do I get you all out?
What now?
I have a message from Malleolus.
Yeah? Who's it from?
The Emperor. He knows Malleolus's real name is Quinctius, thanks to Claudia, and demands he withdraw from the election and release Ulpius and Iulia immediately.
Are you out of your mind, farm boy?
Dominius, that's enough.
What? You're not going to listen to this dolt, are you?
Galerius, all right, I'll withdraw, and Ulpius and Julia are free. I trust our business is concluded.
Yes, that ought to do it. I guess I'll go and tell Ulpius the good news then.
You're working hard. We're free, thank you. See for the smart, so we better go pay a visit to Julia immediately. Everybody run! Do the feety fetter flap flap. How's it going? Oh, you're waiting for the conversation with Lydia.
How? Galerius arranged it somehow.
Really? That's incredible. Oh, what a relief. I don't know what to say.
Thank you.
You don't need to say anything. Just rest up, get your strength back, and we'll celebrate properly when you're ready.
I will. Thank you, Ulpius. I will.
Are you going now?
Don't believe a word they tell you.
Okay. She'll come here and shout quietly.
No election. Listen to my
Citizens,
words.
I have an announcement. Malleolus has withdrawn his candidacy from today's election. Unless any new challengers are nominated by nightfall, Sentius will be re-elected magistrate by default.
Actually, I'd like to nominate myself.
Wait, what?
If that's all right.
Of course, Galerius. That's your right.
Oh.
Citizens, the election will proceed.
Solveig. New face. I found my way into the Great Temple.
You did? I'm impressed.
The Roman temple leads to the Greek temple, which lead to Egyptian temple, which lead to the Sumerian temple, which lead to the god of the underworld.
Wait, what? Sumerian? As in east of the Euphrates, where Babylon is. Let me see if I understand you. Our ancestors built over the Greeks' temple, copied their religion, and changed their god's name from Hades to Pluto. But the Greeks had done much the same thing to the Egyptians, and the Egyptians had done the same things to the Sumerians before them.
Yeah, but
if that's true, then I've spent my whole life serving a goddess who may well have been a copy of a copy of a copy. It's no wonder I never felt like my prayers to Vesta were answered. All that time. Who was I even talking to? Did I even know her name?
The god within the temple seems he's the last one.
Don't believe a word they tell you.
That dude is freaking me out. What? Oh, okay. The rest were here once, but they've moved on.
I see. That is a lot to take in. I think I would like to be alone now, if you don't mind.
I gave you 3 seconds.
Solveig again. Did you...
Okay. Oh my god. Livia was right, we're in the underworld.
My. That is quite a lot to take in. You'll have to give me a moment. Let's see. If that is indeed the case, I suppose we'd better figure out what to do about it, hadn't we? We don't have much to go on, except the old stories. I remember 4 in particular about heroes in the underworld.
Okay,
Hercules, the demigod and son of Jupiter. Orpheus, a Thracian poet. Sisyphus, a king of Ephyra. And Aeneas, a Trojan hero. Hercules was able to leave the underworld because he cowed its god with his strength. Sisyphus and Orpheus both relied on their wits instead. They persuaded the goddess of the underworld, Proserpina, to help them escape. And finally, Aeneas was able to escape with the help of a spirit guide, who led him through a secret gate. So it seems you have 2 options. To confront the god of the underworld head-on.
Did that.
Or find a way to escape with the help of Proserpina or some other guide.
All right.
May Fortuna guide you.
How will I get them all to... should I talk... I would want to get that freaking key, so I don't have to run through the cistern every single time. So I'd still want Dooley to come out of his cell to see if I can get the key. If I want to get the key.
Don't believe a word they tell you.
Jesus Christ, my dude, stop.
Ah, a visitor.
Indeed.
Welcome.
You first. We've had this conversation before. You're going to explain that the exertion of power requires to create a utopia will always result in tyranny.
I was indeed. But we've never met before, have we? I'm sure I would have remembered. Blessed Lissa, am I losing my memory?
I'm caught in a time loop. Yeah, you keep repeating yourself. No. Let's see what happens.
Oh, that's a relief. For a moment, I thought it was I who was touched by madness.
That's it? Okay, can we start the election now?
As I said, I'm...
Yeah, come on.
Very well.
Alright.
Citizens, it is time.
You glided.
Let us meet to elect our magistrate.
Galerius.
Citizens, you have made your decision. Your new magistrate is Gallus Galerius Helver.
What? Let's see if I can catch Dooley and convince him.
Galerius won. He deserved it.
Indeed. Indeed. Let's see if we can convince Dooley to give key before he steals stuff.
Fortune smiles on you today, Julius. Magistrate Galerius here has ordered your release.
Do I still have... Damn, will I lose the... Oops.
You're going to let me out of here?
I'm sorry it took so long, my friend. And it wouldn't have happened at all if it wasn't for a newcomer. So be sure to offer your thanks when you can.
That's
I will. I will. Thank you, Galerius. I'm so happy.
I'd love to stay and chat, but I've got a lot of work ahead of me. Why don't you go to the baths? Then tell Georgius I said you could have some new clothes. Then I want you to go home and rest. I'll speak with you soon, Dooley.
Alright, so I'm just gonna take that and then talk with you and give me the key if you have one. Hello?
Hello?
Yes. We met before, Dooley.
Oh, so thank you. You're a big helper. I was locked up, but they let me out again. I'm so happy.
You're welcome.
You can have my shiny plaque if you want, and maybe you can help me find my treasure. My friend Hannibal used to look after me, and he said but before that, he told me, if anything ever...
What was in there? No, but I learned some very important things in there, and I think they could help us even more. It's precious, just not in the way we thought.
Oh, look, maybe it
No, 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 no. Just give me. No.
And it's just lying out here in the open. Maybe nobody would.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Sorry, 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 Dooley. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I was desperate. I shot you in the butt. I got the key though.
After
Oops.
everything we've built.
Oh, okay. Hi. He looks busy. He's terrifying. Okay. Damn. I didn't. Sorry, Julie. Oops. Also, did I lose all the plaques? And I can't do that last thing. Oh no, they're all here. Oh, that's good. Should we try to get him to give me 5k then?
How'd you do? Hello there, friend. Well, I'll take your word for it.
Get lost for the right price, surely we can get you
Now
on.
you're talking.
5k.
Oh, that's a little excessive, don't you think? It's not the bow of Ulysses we're talking about.
Think of it as an investment.
All right.
In that case,
Wait.
deals off.
Let's not be too hasty, friend. I just want a little assurance.
I managed to get his butt in there. And the golden rule won't be allowed.
I suppose. Here's your money.
Oh, really?
Now, the location of that boat.
Shrine of Diana.
What? I can't take that. You promised to tell me where. What is this?
Okay, I do love a
Don't
good
even
people.
talk to.
Goodbye. That's horrible. Also, Dooley, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry. I didn't talk to Santella. I've been talking to everyone except for her, and I don't know how to gather them all up. I don't know how to just tell them that we're gonna go. Maybe I'm missing some information from her.
Salve.
Salve.
You? Who are you?
I'm Gally, nobody sent me.
You're here.
I know we had this conversation before.
What? God, am I going out of my mind? Are you going to let me go or not?
I'm sorry, but if I let you go, everyone else is gonna die.
What? No. You can't just leave me here. How can you be so heartless? It's no use. You'll never persuade him of anything. I'm telling you, he's a monster. Please.
I'm sorry, I need to try. I can be fairly persuasive. I need to try.
You're making a mistake.
Oh, she didn't get angry at me.
Seems rather.
Oh, we can. Okay. Alright, so I did save. So let's see if this F's things up. I know what you did to Scintilla.
Me? What are you talking about?
Yeah, what? You're keeping her tied up in the cistern.
You know, you remind me of him.
Who?
Al Worth.
Damn.
The fellow who came through the portal before you.
Yeah. You remember him?
Come now. Surely you didn't think you were the only one here who remembered everything. You see, my connection to the portal somehow preserves my memories from one loop to the next.
Interesting.
Whether that was Proserpina's intention or a happy accident, I'll never know. But I'm surprised you hadn't noticed. Here I was thinking you're a little bit sharper than Al was. Or perhaps you're just more willing to break the rules. He was a moralistic fellow, never once compromised on his principles. And because of that fatal flaw, he relived this day many thousands of times before we finally had this conversation. I watched him come through the portal each time, always a little older, a little more disheveled, a little more... And when he finally saw the futility of it all, the next time I awoke, you showed up. But you... I mean, you've lived through the day, what? Less than 15 times?
Oh, first time it was 3.
And yet everything you've done has been in vain. All those people you murdered, thinking you were a hero. They died for nothing. Because there's no escape. Except the path that Al took, the path he wrote about on his tablet.
Yeah.
So, you discovered my secret. So what? What are you going to do about it?
You knew there was a way out and even locked up your own daughter to keep it a secret. Why?
Why? Isn't it obvious? Because I have grown attached to all this.
Yeah.
And as long as this day keeps... I have found a way to prolong my life indefinitely. To cheat death. I have become, in effect, as immortal as the gods. Can you honestly say you would...
Hand over the key to the exit. Oh?
And why would I agree to that?
Oh, it's the right thing to do. If you don't hand it over, you might have an uprising on your hands. What's stopping me from taking it by force? No, I can't, obviously.
You might want to think that through. If anyone so much as touches me, everyone dies.
Yeah, it's the right thing to do.
You and your pathetic morality. Nobody cares about your opinions or what happens, where you're from. Least of all, me. Understand that to me, you've never been anything more than a useful idiot. And you're no longer useful.
Okay. What stopped me from taking it by force?
The only way you're getting this key is over my dead body. And if I die, I won't be able to open the portal for you again, meaning you'll have created a paradox. You see, it was my actions that brought you to this point in time. So if you kill me, you'll stop me from doing so, and you being here will be an impossibility. That means if I die, you'll be flung back to your original time, having caused the deaths of everyone here, and you'll never be able to undo it. Is that what you want?
Yes. So will he carry the key now if the cycle ends?
I certainly hope not. In fact, I want it to go on and on forever until you wither and die like Al did, and the gods send yet another useful idiot to extend my life for me.
Except that won't happen because the last coin. I'll find a way to break the cycle and you with it. Maybe I'll just kill you.
What are you going to do?
Break the cycle.
Beg the gods for help? They don't care about you, and neither do I. Now, get out of my villa. I'm bored with you.
Get out of my villa. I am bored with you. Is he just standing there now? Ave.
Citizen.
Okay.
Keep an eye out for Scintilla, would you?
So I need to get the key from him? Or what? Well, I don't know.
Citizen.
Oh, wait, oh. Can we talk to you now?
Oh, don't mind me. I
Shut
just
up!
Oh, look, you're back. Oh, you...
I found her. Your father has been keeping her tied up in the upper cistern.
What? Is this some kind of crude comment, a joke?
It's not a joke.
No, surely not. Father, is this true?
I'm afraid it is.
What?
I don't understand. Why? Why would you do such a thing?
Because she found a way out. And if you're wondering why I'm telling you this, it's because you're never going to remember any of it. All I have to do is commit a sin, and the day will begin again. Watch this. I'm going to kill you now.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Help me!
Alright. What? Where's the statues? I can hear the arrows, but I don't see any statues. Oh, there you are. Will he carry the key now? Damn!
I thought I told you to get out of my villa.
Ooh.
I'm bored with you.
Okay.
You're back.
Oh, okay. Ugh, I had to talk to her twice. What if I round up everyone? What if I round everyone up so they're ready to escape once the broken rule is golden?
There's no time. Wait, did you hear that?
I'm sorry, but if I let you go, everyone is gonna die.
No. I hate you.
But that's not what I wanted. Where did he hide his key though?
The many shall suffer for the sins of
Don't
the
do
one.
it! It's not me! Don't look at me! I'm not guilty! Don't look at me! Zigzag, zigzag, zigzag. 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 Run faster. Why are you running so slow? That's so funny though. Oh, god damn it. So close. Yeah. But I got the key, you know. That was funny.
Sup?
The golden rule is going to be broken soon and need you to quietly get everyone except Sentius ready to run into the upper cistern when the ground starts to rumble.
What? That's a big ask. But something tells me you're not kidding. All right, I'm gonna stick my neck out and believe you.
Thank you.
But I doubt I'll be able to gather more than a handful of people.
Yeah, but could we not have like, oh, you have to save all these people and do all of these things?
Ixion, just as the ocean accepts the... But it...
Salve.
Then...
Salve.
He...
Can I save the other peeps, maybe? I don't know.
That's...
Okay. She's safe. Also, I need to... Oh, that's it? Oh, wow. I don't care about that. Oh, sorry, I took the wrong name. Yeah, actually
Really?
I do.
Wait.
No.
You?
Yep.
Thank you.
Here.
I just wish that...
Don't worry about it. Alright. Cool. I wonder if that helped. I know. Oh my god, what if we did it? What if we did it? I'm coming for you! Damn, those arms must hurt.
Who are you?
No, golly, don't push at me! We had this conversation before. I'm gonna help you. I told Galerius to lead everyone here when the golden rule is broken so they can escape too.
How did you know? Wait, did you hear that? He's here. He must be coming in through the door behind me. You distract him. Stay right here and keep him talking while I look for something I can use.
Like your hands. Okay, hi.
What did you do with Scintilla? Where is she?
As if I'd tell you. You're human garbage, you know that?
So that is how it's going to be. Oh well, this doesn't change anything for me.
Really?
So, you discovered my secret. So what? What are you going to do about it?
Not what I'm gonna do. So you asked me to figure out who was going to break the golden rule knowing that I would fail every time. You knew there was a way out and even locked up your own daughter to keep it a secret. Why? You're going to die a painful death for this. I told you I was going to break you.
Do you really think you can take on a Decurion with that flimsy little bow?
Yes. I probably could, but I'm gonna let her have this one.
Who? Scintilla? Where is she?
I'm right here, Father.
I guess you took the key when she did that. Just casually into the fire.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Good.
Come on. We have to go. The others should be right behind us.
Good.
Hey. What's happening to you? That light, it's so bright.
Okay.
You're saying you were here 2,000 years ago. I'm not sure I understand.
When I first arrived here in the present day, I found your corpse hanging from a noose. That's horrible. I have a suicide.
God, wow. I've spent a life. This is
disturbing. It was written about a different version of you. I changed the page. Stay in your face. I helped Scintilla kill the man who opened a time portal and drew you back in time, preventing it from ever happening.
So you're saying, because a man from 2,000 years ago is dead, he never created a time portal, so I never went through it, and that's why I don't remember any of this.
That would be it.
I guess you saved my life then, as well as helping a bunch of others to escape. That's a lot to take in.
I would never believe someone who told me stuff like that. Like, yeah, sure. Enough talk. Here now, I care about that kid. How about we get out of this place?
Maybe we can escape through the same aqueduct Scintilla used, if we can find it.
It's right there in the distance. Follow me. Hello, here we go. Let's see what Caron has to say. How many did we save? I don't know.
I'm gonna pause here for a moment.
Yeah. Like, did we save Julia and Ulpius and Cray Cray Lady? Hello.
You're back. But
I found him. He'll be here in a moment.
What a why don't you tell me what you discovered?
I discovered your real name is Caron, or was it Kerti? I discovered ruins of an... No, let's do this.
I see.
Damn, that always gets me.
I thought you might. Well, now you know. I suppose you have questions.
Yeah, I want to know who survived. Who are you really?
You can just call me Caron if you like.
Yeah.
I do not enjoy deceiving.
Years ago, supposedly the city was destroyed when a woman murdered a tyrant with the help of, well, my new friend here. I know how crazy that sounds.
Maybe not that crazy. That woman. I don't suppose her name was Scintilla?
Okay, now.
How could you... What?
She left a tablet of her own. I stumbled across it while I was waiting here.
It just materialized,
I think she
maybe.
meant for you to read it. Here, take a look.
Okay, good. Let's go.
I don't know what became of you, or if you'll ever read this.
But Octavia, Lucretia, Horatius, Equitia, and I will never forget you, or what you did for us. It pains us that so many of our dear friends were not so fortunate.
What?
Including Ulpius and Galerius, who heroically tried to rescue Dooley, but never made it back. But there is no point dwelling on what might have been. All we can do is take this gift you've given us and try to show others the same compassion you showed us. We promise you that saving our lives was not for nothing. Scintilla et al.
Ulpius Galerius. So... Damn. Could I have gotten the key to the cage, maybe? And opened up for Dooley? I don't know. Damn.
Sounds like you meant a lot to her. I'd love to hear your story, but first, you two look exhausted.
Sounds good to me.
And you?
Yeah. Ending 3 out of 4! Hell yeah! Oh god, we got it. Might have survived if you confronted the god of the underworld, you know? A lot. So, that's gonna be the last thing we do. I'm gonna go through the ending number 4, but I will save all of their lives before I go in there. That's like a spaceship over there. You see that? There's one down there too. It's like a whole garden. Can we jump down? No.
Once this exit, what will now? Fair.
Okay. Let's see who will find it in the museum. Right? Hey! Hi!
You're the Oracle, right?
Callie's fine.
Oh, of course. Sorry. And I never got a chance to thank you for telling Galerius how to save my life. And of course, getting me and all of us out of a terrible situation.
What are you doing with yourself these days?
Oh, I barely recognize myself. I'm living in a house share in London with my wonderful girlfriend.
Aww.
And I'm studying English at university.
Yay.
Eventually, I want to travel the world and write about it. Turns out, it's about 30 times bigger than the Roman Empire ever was. Did you know there are entire continents Rome never knew existed?
Oh, yeah.
And you can travel almost anywhere in an aircraft, which is rather like flying on a Pegasus, but much more comfortable. Oh, sorry, you already know all that, of course. I'm just so excited. There's so much to see and learn and write about.
Oh, seeing the world through fresh eyes sounds wonderful.
I have noticed people from your time have no idea how fortunate they are. I hope to change that. One day.
I hope so. Whatever happened to Mel and Claudia?
Last I heard, Malleolus kept insisting he was the last rightful ruler of the Roman Empire and wound up being committed to a psychiatric hospital.
So he got out.
As for Claudia,
oh my god,
she was always so viciously unhappy. Someone said she'd blown all her money on wine, trying to drink herself back to the underworld.
Oh.
After the horrific way they treated Ulpius and me, I can't help feeling a sense of... what's that German word? Schadenfreude?
Schadenfreude? I don't know what does that mean. Like, I don't know. I'll look it up. I think you're allowed to feel that way.
Thank you. You're very kind.
I try to be. Whatever happened to Aurelia?
Someone told me she was boasting about getting her claws into some rich prince, and how she was going to be living the high life from now on.
She got
Even in your time, life still isn't fair. Apparently, he'd proposed before they'd even met.
Whoa.
And last I heard, she'd bought herself a first-class one-way ticket to join him in some exotic place called...
scam?
What was it? Nigeria? Some people have all the luck.
No, don't worry about it. Don't worry, something tells me she's going to get what she deserves. As the Oracle, I foresee terrible disappointment in her future.
Really? I feel better already. Thank you.
That's good. Oh, it's good to see you.
You too. If you're ever in London, let me know. We can go to bars and drink wine and listen to the stories of the 9 million people who live there.
I'll take you up on that.
I hope so.
Oh my god, that's so nice. Okay. I already talked with you.
Hey.
Hi. Let's see here. Who we talked to you? You're looking at your bed, I just realized. You.
Good evening.
Ugh. Yes.
Hello there.
Hi.
Oh, I go by Gabriella now. I didn't want to be reminded of that monster every time I heard my own name. After you drove Pluto off, Proserpina came and released me, and that monster got what was coming to him.
Sounds like he got what he deserved. What are you doing with yourself these days?
I'm living with Ulpius on a little vineyard in Umbria.
Yay!
It's even more wonderful than I dreamed it would be.
Oh, I'm glad.
I'm so grateful to you for making sure he's still with us. If you're ever passing through the region, I hope you'll come and visit us. You can try some of our very own wine.
Oh, I might just do that.
Thanks.
Oh, that's so
You
much
too.
better. That's so much better. I'm so much more happy with that. Hi, Ulpius.
Good to see you under better circumstances than last time.
Good to see you too.
I wanted to thank you for saving my life. And getting us all out of there. The way you just showed up out of the blue
Evening.
and stopped me from making a terrible mistake. I'll be forever in your debt.
You're debt free. Stop it. What are you gonna do with yourself these days? What are
I'm
you
living
doing?
with Gabriella in Umbria.
Oh.
We finally bought the little vineyard we always dreamed of. It'll be a little while before we know what we're doing, but every day I look at her and this extraordinary new world with all its beauty, and I think, what if I'd given up hope and missed out on all of this?
Yep.
So we're living each day to the fullest. And we end them all the same way, sitting together on our terrace with a glass of our wine, which the locals say is almost drinkable now, and watching the sunset over the rolling hillside. And I couldn't be happier.
Oh my god, yeah. Nice. Nice. I'm glad you're happy.
Thank you. I wouldn't be here without you.
It's good to see you.
You too.
I'm so glad I went back and changed all of that. Yeah, talked with you already. That's so good. Nobody's standing here, right? Dear citizen, there will be no election today.
Remember you. Well done, my friend. Of all the heroes who ever journeyed to the underworld and returned, none came close to achieving what you
I'm just really glad that none of them are
Hercules,
peeled.
Orpheus,
Can I just say that?
and Aeneas would be proud.
None of them are peeled. That's very good. Thank you very much for not being creepy. Okay, I feel a lot happier with that now. Awesome. That's so good. This was a super fun game. I had a lot of fun. That was just like, you really did just gather more and more knowledge. You understood what to do. There were a couple of things I didn't like. It took me for a very long time to get to the third ending because I didn't understand what I was doing wrong, and in the end I didn't understand what I was doing right. I just kept talking to a lot of people, and at some point it just sort of worked. I didn't really understand that. That was the part that just tripped me up. But best part, honestly, the best part was when you confronted Sentius, and he got, I'm bored of you, I don't want to be here, and get out of my villa. That was the funniest part. That was best. I'm really, really glad I went back and did the fourth ending again. I was really sad that all those people that I liked a lot, that I sort of lost them first time around. So I'm really glad I did that again. I hope you liked this game. I know I did. Leave a like and a comment, and I'll see you guys in the next game, I guess. See you then. Bye!